I chose to read the book Moveable by Ernest Hemingway, which was published in 1964. And basically, so Moveable is a memoir about Hemingway's life as a young, struggling writer living in Paris in the 1920s. And the book really isn't a traditional plot-driven story, but it's instead made up of short scenes and memories about his daily life, like writing in cafes, walking through the city, and interacting with other famous writers like F. Scott Fitzgerald. And Hemingway focuses a lot on hunger, discipline, and learning how to write honestly. And overall, the book captured a time when he had very little money but felt creatively alive. And when it's connecting to the city of Paris, so Paris isn't just the setting of the book, but it's basically a character itself. And and he describes the cafes, streets, and neighborhoods in a way that shows how the city shaped his routine and his writing. And he writes in cafes like the Closerie de Lilas and walks along the Seine using the city as both inspiration and structure. And Paris to me represents freedom, creativity, and growth, especially for a young artist who's just trying to find their voice. And there's a famous quote from the book that talks about how if you're lucky enough to have lived in Paris as a young man, then wherever you go for the rest of your life, it will stay with you. And it just, that quote explains why Paris mattered so much to Hemingway and why the memories have stayed with him forever. And I really enjoyed reading Movable Feast, and I enjoy that it's like so simple and how honest it feels. And Hemingway doesn't romanticize everything. He talks about being broke, cold, and hungry and the negatives, but still finding meaning in writing and learning. And I'd recommend this book to anyone who likes memoirs, travel, or stories about creativity and self discovery. And it's especially relatable for students who are still trying to figure out who they are and what they want to do.